Let's go back and get another check of our forecast with meteorologist Melissa Nord, because we have a lot of rain on and off here in the metro today.
That's exactly right, Jonathan. And Melissa, we want to ask you, we see all of this rain, but are there any severe storms to be on the lookout for?
Not in the immediate future, Faith and Jonathan, but later on as we get into the evening commute, it's possible there could be an isolated stronger storm. I'm not going to rule it out, but I'll tell you, all the rain we've had, because it has been a constant rain all morning, it's worked over the atmosphere. It's going to have a really hard time recharging like a battery to be able to produce any severe weather. So I think those chances of severe weather are very, very, very low for this evening. It's not zero, but it's very low. But the rain, it's been widespread. This is a live picture you've been looking at. This is the Cobb Cloverleaf overlooking that 285 kind of interchange with 75 there near Truist Park. What to know about the next 12 hours for us? We have widespread rain right now. That's going to continue through early this afternoon. Then we get into the evening commute. We'll see a few thunderstorms that try to develop, but they're going to have a difficult time doing so, because of what we just talked about, how much rain we've already gotten today and how the rain is just constant and steady. As the rain clears out of here, though, winds are going to be picking up. That's kind of a secondary factor that comes in after our rainfall. The ground is saturated, doesn't take much when there's weaker trees by the root system to kind of topple over, and some wind gusts that are only 30 miles per hour. So that's a possibility tonight into tomorrow morning with the winds picking up. Let's go back and show you the rainfall totals so far. Across far north Georgia, it's been 1 to maybe 1.5, 2 inches at most, but it's really been the south side of the metro we've seen the bullseye of our rainfall totals so far. A few spots down in Heard, Troup, Coweta counties have picked up 3 to 5 inches of rain. Also, another one of those bullseyes of rainfall have been out near Athens, but the rain has been steady. It's been constant. What I am noticing, though, is the back edge of this next wave of constant rain is approaching the state line. So we'll start a drying out process for a couple of hours this afternoon, but then as we get into the evening commute, more showers and a few storms will try to develop and move on in. Zooming into Atlanta, rain is steady. It's not as intense as it was about 30 minutes ago. A few pockets where it's moderate there. Out near Jasper County, we'll head up into northeast Georgia. That's where it has been a little bit more intense here over the last couple of hours, moving over that more hilly terrain up in the mountains there in White and Dahlonega as well. All right, big picture. Cold front itself moving in towards West Alabama right now. You see how there's a few lightning strikes there? That's going to be what tries to develop into a few storms this afternoon. It'll push into our area by the evening commute, but it's going to have a hard time developing into strong and severe storms, hopefully. Level 1 threat of severe weather continues, but let's talk about rain coverage. We'll see things widespread here the next couple of hours. Then thunderstorms around the evening commute taper off, and then we're dry from there for the rest of the work week. So forecast track, widespread rain right now. Let's push things out to 2 o'clock. You notice here's a couple of gaps that try to develop. Then we get into the evening commute. This is the cold front arriving. Tries to develop a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. If we see a break before those move in, it's possible an isolated stronger storm could develop. But if we don't see a break, these are just going to be garden variety, a couple of rumbles of thunder, a few areas of heavy rainfall. So these will be around for the evening commute. There will be some wet roadways, but then by 7 o'clock, this is moving out of here. Skies will clear overnight. Sunshine is back for tomorrow. So we're in the upper 50s right now, and this afternoon we don't see much of a rise in temperatures. I think it's going to be low 60s across the metro, maybe a few spots peak to the mid 60s. Here's a peek of those winds coming in. They pick up this evening, continue through tomorrow morning. Sometimes there could be at times some gusts that'll be around 30 miles per hour. So we're watching for some isolated trees to come down by the root system because of those gusty winds and how saturated the ground is. Here's your 7-day forecast. Cooler tomorrow with sunshine back to low 60s by Valentine's Day afternoon.
All right, Melissa.